Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to my first Spirit Duels live stream. I'm pretty excited for this. You do not know what I've been doing in the background, but maybe you do. Maybe my friends on YouTube do. But for those of you who don't, I've been working with Daniel. Daniel, how's it going?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Daniel is the creator of this game, and we connected on Instagram for my followers on YouTube who don't know, and kind of linked, and he heard about my podcasting background, and we kind of been doing a podcast and just general chit chat with the game, and I've been playtesting before that, and it was really fun being a part of influencing how a game goes, just from getting to play it, giving feedback, hearing his perspective and discussions, and now here we are playing the game after it has launched on Kickstarter and been funded. So we are now just getting gravy at this point. Jim, how's it going, buddy? Welcome to the stream.
What's up, Jam?
All right, so here we are. Daniel, why don't you, before we get into it, give a little background on what's going on? What are we looking at here?
Yeah, so this is, the game built on TTS, Tabletop Simulator. Obviously, it's a physical tabletop card and dice game. So what you're looking at is like a digital build of the game. But yeah, most people who have been kind of following along, especially our backers on Kickstarter so far, we've pretty much seen only the demo and those pre-built teams. So that was Zuja, Tai Chomp, and Paw Knight. And so tonight we've actually swapped Paw Knight for Grox. And then over here on my team we have Flipfin, Pruny, and Scorbit. And we've swapped Scorbit for, we've swapped Binks for Scorbit. So a couple of new spirits we're showing off tonight. I think the original plan that I put on Kickstarter in a past update was that we were going to show off Meal, but Dan and Jim over at Hobbies and Happiness, they actually ended up streaming like 3 hours of nothing but Meal. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. So gonna try
They're
something
those
a
type
little
of players,
different
huh?
tonight. Yeah.
I see.
Well,
I
it was
wouldn't
kind of my
like to play
fault.
with them.
Yeah, it was kind of my fault because, well, they did the draft, and I think Jim, he drafted Arcane, built a mill deck, and kind of destroyed Dan. And then I think I just, wanted to see vengeance, so I was like, you know what, try it again. Try a rematch, but switch a few spirits, and then I think Dan actually ended up winning the rematch, but it was insanely close. So anyways,
Fair enough. Well, we're gonna get into it here because for those of you who don't know, this spirit that Daniel brought in, originally when we were doing this, I actually chose blue because blue is my go-to. But when I saw Grox was over here and Daniel explained to me that Grox is actually my most favorite spirit that has evolved into a new version, whew, I had to switch sides and go to the red side and get it on because this is an ice earth spirit, which I'm a huge fan of. Ice, it's my favorite class, and I'm excited to test this out. So without further ado, I think we're going to just jump on in and get this game started.
do you want to maybe read off your spirit's abilities?
Yes. So we have first Zuja, which has the ability after an opponent meditates, burn one. Each enemy spirit with one or more dice showing X. Sorry, let me read that one more time. I read that weird. After an opponent meditates, burn one for each enemy spirit with one or more dice showing X. And then we have Tai Chomp, the classic. After you activate the spirit, you may discard the top card of your deck to burn one. If it was a fire card, you may burn two instead. So instantly, I've already got rid of the mill strategy against me, and I have a nice magic burn thing going on here. And then lastly, we have Grox. It says after you activate the spirit, you may deal 1 damage to it. If you do, choose a level 1 die from the supply and roll it into the spirit's active pool. So obviously this is playing on giving it armor and then being able to do some more to it.
Yep. Yeah, so just a couple
Jim.
notes.
Tai Chomp is Jim's favorite, so we'll have to see if I do it justice.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I lean very much not in the Tai Chomp category, Daniel. I don't even think I use Tai Chomp ever when we play, unless you say I want you to try this for this reason. So
yeah, I think you're a little bit outside your comfort zone tonight.
Oh, well, I'll just have to beat you that much harder with this guy then.
Speaking of Tai Chomp, for any of you folks that have been kind of following along, you'll notice that Tai Chomp's ability has been slightly changed. Instead of triggering off resolving attack dice, he now just triggers off an activation. So the ability is a lot more consistent now but it's still kind of like punishing yourself by discarding cards off the top of your deck like it normally was. It's still kind of the end result, but it's just a bit more consistent.
Totally, yeah. That's what Travis was saying. He just wrote in the chat that he thinks it's going to make it way more consistent and have the auto, and I agree, and I'm excited to test it out. Let's see how it works.
Yep. And
what do you got, Daniel? Start with Flipfin on your side.
Yeah, so Flipfin is one of my favorite spirits.
Me too.
He is a water spirit. His ability reads, after an opponent activates a spirit, you may activate this spirit. So it's kind of a bit of action cheating going on there. So that doesn't cost me an action. So you just activate, and then I get to activate him and then take a free action.
Perfect. And then next up,
yep, we've got Pruny. So Pruny is a nature spirit. They read, after you heal an ally spirit, you may upgrade or re-roll one of its dice. And that counts for himself as well. So, spirits are considered their own allies. And then last, we got Scorbit, who is
the new kid on the block.
Yep, new kid on the block. Again, one of my favorite spirits. Absolutely love this design. We've got Scorbit. Their ability reads, before this spirit is dealt damage, you may resolve one of its dice showing attack.
Interesting.
So again, it's kind of like playing into the electric theme. It's a kind of a quick ability. I'm going to attack you before you get to attack me.
Okay.
And with all that being said, I do want to say that the game is still in development. We're heavily balancing and just developing things still. So anything you see here tonight, especially like stats, abilities, it's all subject to change, but the core game is pretty much finalized and concrete.
All right. So without further ado, we should, I think, get right into it, hey?
Yeah. Yep.
So
I do want to note one other thing for Jim and the rest of the guys in chat. Another change to Tai Chomp is that we've kind of made across the board is we've toned down kind of like the power ceiling. So over here on Magmaros, that stage 3, he only hits for 3 damage now instead of 4. So his ability kind of got buffed to be more consistent, but his attack is a little bit less swingy now. And you'll see changes similar to that on Binks as well as the Lumiline as well. So, yep.
All right. So why don't you roll to see who's going first?
Okay. All right, we'll just say if I roll X's, I'll go first.
All right. All right, I'm up first.
Guess we forgot to do it. This should technically... Well, I guess it wouldn't matter, so...
What were you going to say?
Right, so I was just going to mention the draft and how, we would have already had that information, like, going into our mulligans, so...
Like going first or second?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, sorry.
Cool. That is some cool art. I got one of the not art in progress, and it looks amazing. I haven't seen this one before. You probably know what it is by me saying that. I just realized I shouldn't have tipped my hand.
Maybe.
Okay. All right, are you good to go?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to do a play that is going to be probably really out of the blue for everyone here, and that is spend 2 essence to evolve my Grox and get that ice factor going right away. And just for the sake of, as competitive as we are against each other, Daniel, which we're not, I think I'm going to take some time to explain the decisions I'm making so that people who have not seen this game before can get an understanding of why I'm making decisions. And I think you should do the same just for clarity. And I think we have the flexibility of we've played enough against each other that it's not a big deal.
Sure.
So what I did was I evolved Grox first, and the reason I chose Grox was because Tarox comes now with a 2 essence stat, which means I can gain my money back potentially when I roll in. And I just like the way that plays. It's really going into the strategy I want, which is to get money early and often. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now as part of my opening play. Daniel, over to you.
Wait. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and activate Pruning here. Level 1 and level 2 magic.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. So that's the heal thing, right?
Yep.
The
Since
heal
Pruny's
ability?
a nature spirit, yeah, his magic sides allow him to heal.
Okay, what I'm going to do then is I'm actually going to roll in my Tarox now.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate Tarox, which gives me 1 magic dice and 1 level 1 essence dice, and then I'm actually going to take the ability and throw 1 damage on Tarox and get another one of the resource dice, because I mentioned I want the money, so I'm going to take advantage of that right now.
Nice.
Considerations that I could do in this point is when I activated it this round is if I was going for maybe a mill strategy, like that's something I was going for right away, I could have chosen maybe going to the essence to start freezing some of your dice right off the hop.
Magic, yeah.
And then making that just more of a thing, and then I can also get Zuja in at some point and get that class ability going as well. So there is that potential, but I decided to really stick to the money. And for those of you who have never seen me play this game before, which is literally all of you, I like to stack my dice and then roll because it gives me what I'm looking for as I roll all X's. All right.
Got the essence.
We got an essence.
Let's see here. All right, so I'm not really a big fan of that. So I'm gonna do something that I don't
make me hate you?
Well, I don't want to do this, but I think I'm going to. And chat, don't criticize me. I'm gonna play Tidal Wave, remove 1 die from each enemy spirit. I'm just gonna remove that die showing essence.
All right, fair enough. How dare you?
Yeah.
Okay, well that tips my hand a little bit, so I'm actually going to then roll in Zuja.
Okay.
With that happening, so we'll get level 1 magic and damage dice. Is that the right? Am I using the right terms for these dice?
Yeah, level 1 are the white dice. Yep.
But it's magic and.
Yeah, magic is blue, essence is green. Yep.
Okay. And over to you.
You got a little tower action going over there. Okay, attack and essence. Okay.
Yeah. attack,
Okay.
in essence. What's meditate again? That's magic, right?
Meditate is when I discard a card from my hand.
Right.
to reroll dice.
Okay, yes. I feel like we have shorthand terms. We just say discarded, and I'm really bad at using the correct terminology.
Yeah.
Which I need to be doing here.
Okay, so I think I'm going to. I'll go ahead and trigger Flip Fin. So again, his ability read after an opponent activates a spirit, you may activate this spirit. So
in response to me activating Zuja, you are now activating Flipfin. That makes sense to me.
Yep. Let's see what he gets. Okay. And yeah, I think I will go ahead and immediately resolve this attack die into Tai Chomp to hit Tai Chomp for 2.
You mean that's going to be your action?
Yeah, as my action, yep.
Okay, so hit Tai Chomp for 2.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, I'm actually then going to activate... Am I, though? Okay, so... Decisions. I think I know what I want to do.
Okay.
I'm going to play Flicker Flame.
Oh, nice.
Targeting Pruny's dice right here, and I will also choose the Essence symbol.
Magic?
Essence? Magic. Sorry, Magic symbol. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you reroll Magic, you get burnt 1.
Yep. Come on, baby.
All right, so you burn 1. That was a good play for me. I'm happy with that.
Okay. So,
okay, over to you.
So I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna risk the Zuja accent trigger here.
All right.
And
discard the tome. Let's see if Zuja. So this is not. This happens automatically. This is not a. As soon as you meditate, this effect is triggered.
Yes. Yep. And there's nothing you have to do to make it trigger. And,
okay. Just remember to maintain board state is all.
Yeah. And just a little note here: Zuja's ability is actually something we're looking at. It may possibly change. So yeah, I'll just say that.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Come on, baby. Well, no X's. That's not bad.
All right. I think my next response is going to be to roll in Tai Chomp.
Okay.
Whoops, I accidentally shuffled. Okay, it's roll in Tai Chomp, which is 2 level 1 damage dice. Let's see what we can get going here. See that extra high flick there? Ooh, that was rough.
Ooh.
That's what you call rough. You can go ahead and take your turn and just explain to me how I'm going to BRB.
Okay, so I'll wait because you got a Tai Chomp trigger. So what's up, chat? Glad to have you guys joining in with us tonight. I'm excited to see this Tai Chomp trigger. Well, I'm not excited about it because it's going to burn me in the face, but one good thing about this Tai Chomp ability is, you can look at his dice here and see that he kind of whiffed the roll, but he's still going to get something out of this activation, possibly even burn 2. So Tytomp's dice are a little weak, but his stats are good and his ability is very good. So love the yak ability. Yeah, the Grox line, they have a very, very cool ability in that, as of now at least, they're the only spirit in the game that's rolling 3 dice naturally in round one. Like stage 1, stage 2. If they ping themselves for that damage, they get to roll out a 3rd die, which is really strong, especially with an essence stat of 2. But having ice as a secondary class, like you could ping yourself that extra damage, get an extra magic die out, and all of a sudden.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Cool.
Too much coffee.
So I didn't proceed because I didn't want you to miss your Tychomp ability. So
okay.
After you activate him, you can trigger that if you want.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Nope. No, oh no, okay. It still burns one. Still burns one.
So you burn one. Yep. So who are you gonna be? Who are you gonna target?
Let's throw it on to Pruny. Because I know you covet your support spirit, so I'm gonna use that information to do that.
Yep. And burn's a kind of a natural counter to nature because nature can't heal burn. It's just sitting there waiting to burn me down. So okay, so I guess I'm just gonna keep pushing the aggression here, and I'm gonna resolve my attack dice.
Okay.
So I've got 2 on Flipfin and 1 from Pruny, and for a total of 3 into Tychomp.
Okay, bringing him up to 5 damage. Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Flipfin is useless at the moment, so that's one good thing.
Yeah, and you got a lot of dice on the board, so...
Yeah. I think I'm actually going to spend this... Okay, I think I'm actually going to discard and reroll and meditate and reroll everything.
Okay.
No, I'm lying. I'm not going to reroll this dice from Zuja. Everything but this dice. Oof. That felt real bad.
Well, it's not bad.
Not the worst, but didn't feel the best either.
You got some damage. Let's see. What is that?
It's this one.
Okay. What is it, magic? Okay.
Yeah.
You do have the damage. Okay. So, I was hoping to get off an evolution, but it doesn't look like I'm going to. So, yeah, that's fine. Alright, so I'm going to activate Scorbit.
Okay.
Level 1 essence, level 1 attack. Roll them in. That is really good.
That is really good. You could take out one of my spirits right now. Okay.
No removal in hand, huh?
I do, and I don't, all at the same time.
But you spent your essence on evolving. Is that what it is?
No
comment?
No, I could have. So I could have used Zuja's dice and given me what I needed last turn instead of re-rolling everything. So I made the decision to not do that, which may, in hindsight, have been a mistake.
I guess the chat can see your hand, so they probably know what you're talking about more than I do.
Yeah, they can. So it would be. I don't know if it actually solves my problem entirely. Yeah, there's a few issues going on. So I think the most prudent way of moving forward is to actually resolve damage and hit Pruny for 3. I think is probably the best way of going about it at this point.
Yeah, I agree. Get that damage in while you can.
Yeah.
You got 5 out of 6 on Tai Chomp. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and resolve attack. I'll go 2 into Tai Chomp and then 2 into Zuja.
Alright, and there's nothing for this guy because he's a level 1.
Yep.
So sad. Sag. Very sag. Alright, so all my talk about not prioritizing Tai Chomp is very evident right now.
Yep. You're not in that bad of a shape though, because you got 2 burn tokens on Pruny with 3 damage on him. I've got a heal showing. I've got a magic showing on him, in his pool, but if you can get 2 damage into him without me controlling you, that's a dead Pruny.
Well, you can only heal 1. That's the other thing. So that's
exactly.
So right now, what you got 3, 4, 5 showing. So that's not totally helpful.
Yeah, I think you had to be able to sink 2 damage into him.
I'm gonna focus fire, removing this dice.
Nice.
And turning this to the money side. Whoops.
Money, huh?
Money.
Okay. I will respond with a stunning strike, targeting Grox. Stunning strike reads: choose an enemy spirit, force an opponent to choose and remove one of that spirit's dice.
So I have no choice.
Yep.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Okay, in response to you doing that, I will resolve Zudra's dice to get myself some money. Over to you.
Now, do I let you gain the advantage? Or do I give up this 1 heal and get it myself? Nah. Because I'm really not that far ahead. I have no evolutions. Like, all my spirits are stage 1. 1's almost dead. And you've got 2 basically full health spirits and 1 of them's evolved.
Hold on 1 second. Q, what are you referring? Are you referring to myself or Daniel?
With the spirits he chose, does any of them evolve with a defensive ability?
No, their abilities don't really change upon evolution, correct, Daniel? They just they get a little bit better from what they already do. Me, okay. So Taurox has the class ability of armor, so I can armor up my stuff, which would give me that defensive edge. That would be the closest to that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, the abilities, like the text abilities on his spirits, they're not very defensive abilities. But yeah, his Taurus is an Earth Spirit, so he can grab armor tokens. I think there was a moment there you could have resolved for armor, but I don't think it would have made much of a difference.
No. I think going for the money was the play. It also got rid of a good card as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Again, like it looks like I'm ahead, but I'm not that much ahead. So I'm going to I think I'm just going to heal because I think that's what is most important to me right now is keeping this Pruny alive.
All right. All right, then yeah, I'll take advantage dice with that. And I'll throw that on Tarox. And that will end the round unless you want to do something.
So you're gaining the advantage.
Yep, so I'm done for the round.
Sorry, I was looking at chat. No, I think I am done. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass.
All right, ready up, draw up to 5.
So before any of that happens, this burn triggers, so I take 2 damage, and then I'll lose a burn token. So Pruny's got 1 burn token and 4 damage showing.
Okay.
Alright, so... yep, you can discard any cards out of your hand if you want, and draw back up to 5.
Q asked you if you have thought about increasing some health stats at all. Oh man, I'm loving the artwork.
Yeah. Q, I mean, stuff like that is something we're always looking at. I mean, it's really not a matter of like health in this specific case, but more so like how you're, whether or not you have basically answers in your hand to respond to your opponent's dice. I'm not sure what Blake was looking at in his hand, and I'm not saying he misplayed or anything, because again, I don't know what's in his hand, but when you evolve early, you're always putting yourself at risk. So yeah, I mean, 6 health isn't a lot at the start of the game, but it's a dice game. There's a lot of variance there. A couple of my spirits have 2 attack power, which is pretty strong. So. But yeah, I mean, anything is possible. Like, health could be bumped, lowered, whatever. So yeah, it's definitely, the sky's the limit for what we may change throughout development. One note on increasing health, like we don't want to just increase health, just flat out, and then just make games last, an hour and a half, or more, because health stats are so high. So anyways, so you've got the advantage, so you get to go first.
Yeah, I'm going to start off by activating Tarox.
Okay.
So I'm going to... Whoops, shuffle the game.
Every time.
Every time. I hit the R instead of the E.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue with the money dice play here. Oh, that's weird. I took the infinite pool accidentally. Whoops. That's awkward. So I'm going to go with, I pinged him. I'm going to take 2 of those, and then, of course, 1 of these. And
you grabbed what'd you grab extra, an essence or magic?
Essence.
Okay, okay.
Me and my money. I'm greedy,
yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah. Going for that money.
All right. I'm okay with all that.
Yeah. So just a quick note, not just for Blake, but for even like everybody watching. Like, you could totally kind of pivot here and go for a mill strategy. You've got an ice spirit, you've got an arcane spirit. You're literally looking at ripping 3 cards out of my hand right now. So yeah, that's actually scary.
Yes. Also, stop reading my mind.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do something I don't want to do. but I'm going to do it. I'm going to fair trade this magic die. It says, choose an opponent, remove one of their dice, they gain 1 essence.
Okay.
So it saves me 1 card. I play a card to basically keep a card, which I'm okay with, and I give you an essence. So.
Yep. Okay, I am going to... I'm going to play Searing Strike.
Ooh, okay. It's such a good card. When it doesn't
like it.
whiff.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
Ooh.
All right. Back in it.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to evolve Scorbit
Okay.
into Scorbite.
It's a 2. Ooh, get that money.
Yep.
And with this new essence gained, I will follow suit
Okay.
and evolve Zudra.
Nice. Into Colgin.
Over to you, sir.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you a secret, Daniel.
Okay.
You giving me that 1 essence completely changed my strategy in the best
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. It was probably a misplay. I probably should have just took it, but
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not even going to mill you now. I just put that psychological advantage in my favor. No, I may still do it.
you got 4. You got 4 dice, and
Yeah.
you're 1 essence away from go ahead and evolving Colgin into Ifrix.
But you can't evolve. Can you? Is the rule you can evolve as many times as available as long as you haven't
absolutely.
activated? Okay.
As long as it's ready. Yep, you can keep evolving.
Okay.
So, I'm going to activate Scorbite here. I think. Yeah, that's fine. Get that damage. Maybe force you to spend some essence here.
All right. So what I'm going to do is mind control.
Ooh, nice.
And I'll remove this dice.
Mind control is so good when you have the advantage die.
Yeah. And also the art is absolutely amazing.
It's gorgeous.
For those of you who did not get a good look at that. Wawa Wiwa. Yeah, it looks so good.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, great play.
Thank you, sir.
Nothing like 0 cost removal cards.
Can we get a mind control playmat, Daniel?
No comment. What? Yeah. Most of the folks in the Discord know that I'm doing everything I can to make playmats happen.
Okay.
I got some good news about playmats earlier this week, and I'm hoping to drop an important announcement regarding playmats next week.
Fantastic.
We will see.
All right, so what are you gonna do, man?
I know. I mean, man, I could be kind of. All right, so
How many cards do you have in hand currently?
4
Okay.
cards. I'm gonna activate Pruny. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do this. feel like my chances of making misplays on stream are much higher because I feel like people are watching me because they are. So it's
true.
like pressure.
Okay. Hmm. I really don't know what I want to do here. What I think I'm going to do... I hate doing this. I'm going to roll in
Ooh.
Colgin.
Okay. Okay.
Oof. The bounce was not in my favor.
Okay. So he's recently been changed. For those of you who are paying real close attention, he's been changed slightly too. His attack stat got a little nerf, but his attack die got a buff. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I think, you know what, I'm gonna pass on the flip fin trigger.
Okay.
And let's see if I can get an evolution here. Let's see, you don't have anything that I'm too afraid of right now.
That you know of.
So, yeah, I know, right? Okay, I'm gonna discard the beautiful Invigorate.
It is beautiful.
And, meditate. I'm just gonna meditate all three of these. Yeah, that art is just chef's kiss.
Oh, wow.
Okay, there it is. That's pretty good.
Okay.
What you got, man?
Everything.
Everything.
Oh, risk reward, risk reward.
That's the name of the game.
I'm going to play Spell of Binding and remove your money dice.
Okay. Nice. Leaving the attack, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Bring it. You just admitted you wanted to evolve, so.
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to throw me off.
Yep. All right, you say bring it. I'm going to bring it. I'm going to invigorate this attack die. I'm going to hit Colgin there for 3. Yeah.
Okay.
So, one thing is I normally don't really like to boost dice unless it's actually going to knock somebody out because it doesn't really matter. Like the extra damage doesn't really matter until it's dead. But a couple things is I wanted the damage to get through before you had a chance to armor up. And I also didn't want to lose that invigorate to a freeze from your Tarox, so you could have easily ripped that card out of my hand. So I wanted to just go ahead and play it while I could. So. And
let's get rid of those last 2 cards.
Yep.
Which gives me a slight advantage now.
Oh yeah, you just got basically free reign to do whatever you want.
Yeah, you basically get to roll in and use the magic stat, and that's it.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So my hope here is that Flitfin rolls some magic. So I have something to do about your dice just in case you god roll me here. But I've got one chance to do it, so here we go. I've had some pretty good luck this game, so let's see if it continues.
Yeah.
There's 1. 1 and an X.
Okay.
It's something. I'm not complaining.
Hmm.
That really helps me out a lot.
So what I'm going to do is let me see what this says here. Okay, so that's good there. To roll or not to roll, that is the question.
Jordan, what's up, man? Good to see you in the chat.
All right. What I'm going to do is discard Taunting Roar to reroll these two.
Man, you love that money.
I love that money. I've told you I'm greedy.
You are greedy, dude.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
Essence.
Okay. That's pretty good. Magic.
Magic. Sorry, magic. Yeah, I'm the worst. I am the absolute worst. You think the amount we were talking about the game, I would know it by now. Yeesh.
Yeah. I guess I splash. I think I. What is this? Okay, that's an essence die. I don't really like the idea of you getting armor.
I do.
I think you getting one armor is better than me getting 2 burn, which basically
is what that says.
Yeah, that kills Pruny if I heal him. If I had damage on Flipfin here, I could do something weird and like heal Flipfin to get a upgrade on one of his dice. But I don't, so I think I don't really see the point in being aggressive here. I think I'm slightly ahead. So I think I just kind of play it safe and resolve magic.
Okay. Jordan, yeah, I will have it on my channel under stream replays in the playlist. You'll be able to find it there. Also, when the most recent podcast gets released, which I'll be mixing right after this, I'll be putting the link to this game in the show notes, so people will be able to view this in that way as well.
All right, so my magic, it's going to be a splash 1 from Flipfin to splash this attack die to the blank, and then a heal 1 from Pruny, and then no ability trigger off that because he has no dice. So back over to you.
Okay. So you're going to get that dice there. That's the truth. Is you're getting that advantage dice. So
the question I'm gaining advantage.
The question is, do I want armor? How badly do I want armor is the question right now.
Hey, you could gain advantage. Like right now, you could gain advantage.
That doesn't seem very advantageous. I think I'm actually going to discard Bulldoze and re-roll both of these.
And you're keeping the essence.
Correct.
Okay.
I have a plan.
I know. What's he get? Ooh.
Exactly the same. Okay, over to you.
Yeah, so I'm just going to gain the advantage.
All right. So then I will armor up Kol'jin.
Yep.
And then I'll gain 1 more money.
Okay.
And we go back to square 1.
Yep.
Both ending the round with 0 cards in hand.
Yeah, 21, 22.
Oops. I'm giving you some money over here.
Okay, thank you.
All right, now draw 5 cards.
sorry, I missed my burn over here on Pruny, so he loses his burn token and takes a damage.
So he's at 4 total damage right now?
Yep.
Alright.
Alright, you got the money, that's for sure. Oh, and I'm gonna put my I'm gonna put this advantage die on the score bite here.
Okay.
Okay, so first action is going to be, let's see. I think I am going to evolve Flipfin.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. Into Arcjaw.
I will respond by evolving Torok. Gravelanche. Oh yes, looks so good.
Yeah, I love that name too.
Yeah, Gravelanche is good.
All right. Well, you've got a stage 3 now, and that's pretty rough. If you want to be really aggressive with him, he rolls out 4 dice. So.
Yep.
All right, Pruny, get out there. Do something. Oh, nice.
Some
Man,
money, okay.
I've been lucky tonight, okay? Chad?
I know, it's weird. You're not normally like, what is going on? This is not normally how you roll.
I've rolled damage when I wanted it, money when I wanted it, like...
No, I had 1 essence, John, to begin with, and so did Daniel, so then they got an extra... Actually, I had 2 to start with, so I went to 4.
Yeah.
And Daniel had 1, so he went to 3 because he gained 2 to start with. We had remaining essence from the previous round.
Yeah, we had leftover. Yep, leftovers.
All right, time to roll in Gravelanche and round up that to 3. So I get 2 of these, or 1 of... Wait, this is not the one I want. I'm going to go 2 of these.
You're going for the extra essence, huh?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Just like...
Actually, no. Good call. Good call.
Need to win the game. Yeah. Yeah, because your guys are already... You both stage 3, so...
Yeah. And then the blue. Wait, is it a blue die? What is it?
No, you should have level
I'm missing 1 die.
attack.
Oh, the red. That's what I'm missing. Level 1 attack.
If you... I would get... Now, this is just me. You play how you want, okay? I would get an extra attack. But I don't know exactly what your strategy is. I don't know if
I have a
if you're
plan.
trying to mail me or what. Okay. You do you.
Okay.
Okay, not bad.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay, I think I'm going to... God, it's rough for me right now because I actually don't know what you're trying to do. So I don't know like what to try and control. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to get... Yeah, I really don't have a clue what you're trying to do. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this essence.
All right. I'm going to resolve attack, die, and kill Pruny.
Rip. Yeah. do it. I honestly just like, yeah, okay.
I mean, you've made the most out of it, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, honestly, I wasn't even, like, I kind of had forgotten about the fact that Pretty was about to die, so.
Well, it's good
it's
that
really
you
just,
did.
like, yeah, it's just good I grabbed that money.
You definitely made the most out of Pruny in that moment, for sure.
Yeah. Again, a little bit of luck there. Okay, so I'm gonna bring out the mighty Galvadon. Man, it's been a while since I've seen him in play.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna respond with a Fortify, resolving this X into money.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead.
For anyone who doesn't know, that card reads, turn an ally die to a side showing essence and immediately resolve it.
Sick card.
Yeah, one of the best cards in the game. Okay, so, alright, gonna activate Score Bite. I'm kind of worried because I feel like I'm a bit overdue for some bad luck here, so let's see what happens. That's not bad. I'll definitely take it.
Okay, I'm gonna play Counterspell to get rid of the damage.
Great play.
Can I just turn this to a side it's already on? Or does it have to be a different... If it's already on the side, it doesn't matter.
It's a different side, so yeah, you can turn it. Yeah, because you could turn it to the +1. Like
Oh, I can do that. Okay, that's
Absolutely.
what I was kind of wondering.
Absolutely. Yep.
As long as it shows the symbol, you can do whatever you want. Is that one? Yeah, there it is. Okay, let's do that.
JD says, who's winning? Well, I would say me, but I don't know what you're trying to do, so. I hope I'm winning.
Let's see. I'm specifically not activating stuff just to make your life miserable. I want you to waste that action. I will do everything in my power to delay that.
No. I just don't want money, or I don't want essence or
yeah, they don't help you right now.
His magic. So I think I just do. I think I do activate Galvadon.
Okay.
Which just feels so bad. But I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Okay.
I'm really just worried about what's in your hand anyway, so I think it's fine. I could do a bit of stalling here, but I just don't think it's that efficient to do that. So I'm just going to go. See what happens. The old red, white, and blue, baby.
Nothing but magic.
That's hey, that's good. That's Zap. Don't forget he's now a water electric spirit now, so he can zap.
That really changes how I want to do things.
Yeah, that's actually very good for me. That's 6 zap. I think that might be, well, it's not game, but no, it's not game. What's Gravalanche? It's 9 health. He's got 6 left. You got 3 cards in hand and 2 essence. You got to have something.
Yeah, it's just trying to figure out how I want to.
The most efficient play.
All right. I think the smart play is actually armoring up at this point.
Yeah, that's a pretty good counter to the zap.
Because, I mean, having you discard cards at this point isn't really advantageous, because you have all dice in the same way. You're not exactly going to re-roll, potentially.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
So, as that goes, I will just do an avalanche. Sorry, I'll do an armor for 3 because that's the maximum, and I can only do it on 1 spirit, right?
That's right. Yep. You could do 2 on Ifrit, or what is it? Is that Colgin or Ifrit? Okay,
Yeah.
it's Colgin. I thought you evolved.
Not yet.
You could do 2 on Colgin and then the rest, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to zap you, so you're going to choose where the damage goes anyway. So.
Yeah. Joe Rios, what's going on?
Okay, so yeah, I think I just zap for 7.
Yeah.
It's 2 for each of these, and then 1 from Spore Bite.
7. Okay, so I'm putting out 3 because I got 4 armor.
Okay. Good play resolving that armor. I mean, I don't know what was in your hand, but yeah, that was pretty good.
And then I have another 3 left, right?
Yeah. And God, you haven't even activated.
No. Let's put the 3 right here.
Okay. I'm gonna resolve this.
Wait, no,
Oh, sorry,
that's my
sorry,
turn.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yeesh, man, what are you trying to pull here? I'm gonna resolve my dice.
I was just gonna see if chat could catch me cheating. Okay, so I'm gonna get. Well. Let's see. 3, 6, 5. I don't remember. Colgin goes up to 8 health when he evolves into Ifrix.
Yep.
I'm going to play a Yumi's Gift. It reads, reroll up to 3 ally dice, then draw a card.
Okay.
So I'm just going to reroll this essence. I'm being a little aggressive here. Oh, and it paid off. Pokemon killer.
All right. Did you draw a card?
I did not. I was. Yep. Thank you.
All right, and I'm gonna evolve.
Okay.
For my thing, just so he cannot be killed with that one shot you had going right there.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna attack for 2.
Ooh, just hanging on there.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know if you have something in your hand that can just zap one and make me want to cry. You do, don't you? That laugh was way too maniacal.
Yeah.
Let's activate just for the sake of posterity before you make me cry over here.
I'll just say this: if I didn't have like a plan for lethal, I probably wouldn't have played that Yumi's Gift. I probably would have just grabbed that money.
Sad pandas over here. All right. Do your worst.
Okay, yeah, so I'll play Change Shock. Remove a damage token from an enemy spirit, then deal 1 damage to a different enemy spirit. So I just move 1 damage from
AJ, it's not looking good for me, brother. I want the snail spirit to win, actually. All right, so this one goes down to 2, and now this guy becomes a presence.
Yep.
He's is he activated or is he exhausted of presence?
So he's exhausted and he loses all of his dice. So I guess technically, like, the optimal play there, if you would, well, if you would have felt like I had lethal in my hand, instead of activating, you could have passed. That way.
Oh, because I saved my essence. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the card pool enough to do that, but yeah, that's a good point.
Not save your. Well, yeah, I guess save your essence, but like you could have evolved him, and then like.
Oh, not activated.
Yeah, what I'm getting at is.
And then
while he was ready, he would have flipped presence, and then you get to activate his presence. But the risk in doing that is if you would have passed, then I could have passed and with advantage. I don't think it's that big of a deal either way, but so anyways. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna grab this before I'm
advantage.
Yeah. You got anything else? Jerk.
I do not. I do not.
All right. Let's ready up. This is looking bleak for me over here.
Yeah. I'm gonna be pretty aggressive with my draw here and pitch a few cards.
I'm gonna pitch a couple as well.
Yeah, you're in a tight spot. Curious if the armor from
he means like instead of milling you that one turn, if I'd actually used it to be armor, which may have been.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. I think you may have kind of like were a little maybe unsure of exactly what you were gonna do early. Maybe I don't know, but
yeah, it's true. Okay.
Win the game, Boulevard Blake.
Yeah, I agree. I think I talked about being caught in between strategies, and I think I did that this game. Is I did not choose I think that was literally last podcast episode. I said you should not do that, and I literally did it. Shows you haven't played in a while.
Preaching to the choir. Yeah, you're right, Travis. Ripping cards out of your opponent's hand is always tempting. Especially when it leaves them with 0 cards, which was the case. When you froze me, you froze me for 2, and I only had 2 cards in hand, so...
You know what the problem, too, I'm realizing right now is that your Megalodon is still here.
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 full health spirits. Yeah.
Okay, let's start off with a Mystic Ruin, then.
Okay, nice.
Let's open with that.
So for anybody familiar with the game so far, you'll notice that Mystic Rune has been changed. It used to be Mystic Tome. Now it's Mystic Rune. It basically, long story short, you could use that card in the past to draw cards. Now it actually acts as dice mitigation, which is kind of a direction we're going with all of the items in the game. One thing that we have been noticing that was like items, some of them were really good, some of them were fun, but at the end of the day, a lot of them just didn't really see a lot of play because they didn't make any kind of direct impact on like dice or kind of like the state of the game, other than maybe just getting you a couple of cards in hand or whatever. So anyways, yeah, like the approach we're going with items now is that they kind of act as like static dice removal, or some kind of mitigation, like so.
Yeah, Travis, it does. It removes yours and your opponent's.
Yeah.
You have to have the same symbol as your opponent in order for this to be able to work, correct?
Correct. Yep. It's kind of like mind control on a stick, but the difference is like the dice have to be matching symbols.
Yeah.
So if you're showing an attack and I'm showing an attack, you can remove both of those. So yeah.
All right, over to you, sir. This is not gonna take long. I think you got this one pretty easily.
I got a decent hand too, especially during the state of the game. So let's see what we got. Okay.
My fear is rolling in right now, but also how do I not roll in? It's a tricky place to be. All right, Daniel, I'm rolling in.
Okay.
I don't think I can afford to get the extra dice at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree. Your armor could really keep you in the game, but you're at a pretty big deficit here, so.
Yeah, but luckily you didn't roll any attack dice, and I assume you're going to activate your shark with this.
Probably.
Oh, that was...
Ooh, that's
my stacking hurt me badly there.
You did get the armor, though. That's not bad.
Yep.
All right, yeah, so I'll trigger Galvadon.
Okay.
Whoops.
Come on, terrible roll.
What did I have over here? Actually, yeah, it was that. Okay. All right, so trigger Galvadon. How much damage you have over there? 5 out of 9?
Yep, 9. Yep.
So I could God roll you here.
You could. Oh, you did. That's game.
I did.
That is
Galvadon
game.
doing what his ability does best.
I had you too. So
Did you?
well, I had it in terms of survive because I had counterspell. So if you weren't able to just go right away, and I would get my double magic going, so then I could put full armor, remove an attack because of his silly thing.
So chat,
and
just in case like you didn't catch what happened, like the Galvadon activation, it doesn't cost an action, so I just get to activate him, and then whatever he rolls, like I can then I now can use my action to immediately resolve his dice. So I get the free activation, and then I immediately resolve the attack dice, dealing 3, 4, 5 total. Yeah, so
that does it. You didn't even need the +1. The 2 attack did it. Yeah, and then this would have saved me if you couldn't just take an action right away. I would have been okay for a second.
Yeah.
But them's the breaks. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This was a great showcase of it. I do really like Gravalanche. It does a lot of work in a lot of different ways. It's a really strong. Gravalanche actually is a great support. I really like it. No, the shark's ability basically states that you get to see what your dice are. Like you roll in on your opponent's turn and then you get to act. That's how it works, Jordan. Yeah, the stage 3 shark is really good. But I don't think it's overpowered. It's just really strong. You have to be prepared for it. So like again, Travis, I think you're right about the whole armor situation, and I should have prioritized Tai Chomp a little bit more aggressively early on.
Yeah, I think there were like a few things you could have done different that may have been in your favor. I noticed like you were resolving a lot of essence, which I wouldn't consider a waste, but I feel like it definitely showed.
I think I misplayed for sure evolving, waiting, like doing the evolution into Ifrix and spending that 3 essence and just using that as an action in general was a mistake. I think I should not have done that.
And like a massive caveat that I had some pretty good dice rolls. I rolled attack a lot when I needed it, and when it seemed like you didn't really have any answers. But yeah, a note on Galvadon, like the shark, um, he really shines like his true potential and like the real power of that spirit line really shines in the late game when it's just down to like 1v1 or like
Yeah.
when you only have one spirit left and you're hanging by a thread, like that free activation is just it's just me getting to roll out and more than likely kill you.
Yeah, it's so good. If you had the active,
But,
like, I mean, if you had the advantage dice too, you would throw that on there like a no-brainer because
Yep.
it's just that much more at your disposal.
Yeah, he's hard to go up against 1v1. He only has one attack die, and he only has 2 attack power, so his stats aren't really crazy. His dice aren't really crazy. It's really just in his ability, and it really shines as like just really powerful right there in the end. Because kind of throughout the early game and the mid game, you're kind of getting that free activation to use to activate him, get his dice out there, and then splash. He kind of acts like as like free dice mitigation.
Like I targeted
when you don't have any
Pruny
in your hand.
And targeting Pruny was good because of the healing factor, but now in hindsight, I think Pruny does do work, but I think if I prioritized getting rid of Galvadon, realizing now in hindsight what happens at the stage 3 and how powerful it is in late game, like me going behind right off the get, I should have almost realized, okay, Galvadon should be my target because that's going to hurt me as I lose the advantage.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I agree. It was a good game, though. I mean, I felt like even though, like, it was kind of, like, on my, in my favor for a lot of the game, like, I still feel like you made a lot of good plays, and
I personally would have...
there, so.
I would not have chosen Tide Chomp if I would have chosen the Fire Phoenix for this lineup for me personally. I would have gone with a heavy magic strategy here and just be burning, discarding cards, and milling you. That's, I think, how I would have personally gone in the draft, choosing my characters, for sure.
Yep. Yeah, going for that kind of like, what is it?
The magic moves.
Like hybrid, like, you're going burn, but you're also milling me, so I don't really know what, again, I don't really know what to control. You could burn me and kill me, or you can mill me out, and so yeah. And that's kind of like the biggest part of the game is the draft, right? We pre-constructed these decks beforehand. And
I've never played these spirits, and honestly, I probably never used Tide Chomp, right? I think I don't know why I don't like Tide Chomp. It just seems like it's just a beat stick, and it's not something I think I like the nuances of the game, but I think there's no question Tide Chomp is really powerful, and if I'd maybe spent more time evolving Tide Chomp from the get-go and put that damage out, or have that stick out to hit you back with, would have probably put me in a better position.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, you're definitely not an aggro player.
Yeah, no. I like the nuances. But yeah, this was fun. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and be sure to check out the podcast, which will be out later this evening. You can probably catch it tomorrow, but I'll for sure have it out tonight for those on the West Coast. All right, man. This was fun. We'll definitely have to do this again. This will probably be a regular thing for us, I think, when we can, because it's a lot of fun doing this.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks everyone in chat for contributing and getting to see things in action. This was definitely probably one of the worst I've ever played. And of course, it's when everyone's watching. Definitely my rolls hurt me this time. Like, I think this may be the worst I've rolled since we've played.
Yeah. And
normally you're like, how are you god rolling? Yeah, we will definitely do more. I've actually got to go. I got to go mix the podcast, which we recorded right before this. So we need to get that out. And yeah, appreciate everyone for tuning in. We'll definitely do more live streams. We'll figure it out. I had so much fun doing this. I definitely want to do this again with you, Daniel. So we will figure a way to make this a regular thing.
We'll make it happen.
Yep. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Until next time.